my vintage basement with the unfinished ceiling, I just noticed now. Any case, I'm doing a demo video. Let's turn this around so you're looking at something a little bit more pleasant than me, of some of my larger singing bowls for somebody in Toronto. And so I'm going to start off here. Yes, I'm just getting right to it because I figure why not. This is bowl number 76. This is a traditional highfalutin style Jambati bowl. It's quite heavy. It's an antique. Most of the bowls I'm going to be showing you for a while are antique. Yeah. And here's what it sounds like. Do you like the boiler? It's older than the house. Anyway, this is another Jambati. It's not quite as thick. You can see that this one here, the shadows, you can see that the shadows on this, the walls on this, pardon me, are quite thick. There's these decorations here on the side. The hammer marks. Flatness on the bottom indicates it's been sitting around for a while. Okay, so this bowl here is also a Jambati, but not as thick a rim, and it costs correspondingly. Yes, I didn't even mention the price on this. It's priceless. It is $350. $350 for this beautiful antique bowl. Alright, so this one here is an awful lot less heavy, less thick. It is bowl 328, and it's $110. Here's what it sounds like. Bowl 768. It is $100. It's upside down, but you can see it's $100. It's also an antique bowl. You can see that it's a little bit darker on the outside than the other one was. It's much rougher on the bottom. That implies it's a somewhat newer bowl, because the older the bowl gets, the more worn it gets on the bottom. I'm sorry for the lighting here. Someday I'll have these videos professionally made. But you can see that that's fairly worn, whereas this is much rougher. And here's what bowl 768 sounds like. That's roughly a C. Oops, sorry. Just for curiosity, here is a bowl 1050 for $265. Anyway, the other bowls around resonate when another bowl is played. In any case, here it is, bowl 768 again. Now these bowls, the thinner walled bowls, don't produce as much volume of sound as the thicker rimmed bowls. Okay, here is bowl 232, and it is priceless. It'd be probably somewhere in the $100 to $150 range. Hello, who's ever watching? I hope you're enjoying my rambling. Here is bowl 282. That's a little bit lower than a C. And moving right along, we're going down in pitches, you might have noticed. This is bowl 769. Hey, you left. It's $150. And it sounds like this. So far, I believe all of these have been antique bowls, and this is another. Just quickly looking at this one, you can see how it's hammer marks here. You can still see them, but it's still pretty smooth. The bottom is fairly flat. Decorations around the rim, if any, if there were any, they're gone. Anyway, here is bowl 195. You can see that there's much more, there's a bit more remains of these lines here. You can tell you can have that it had them. Here it is again. This one is $205. Hello, who's ever watching? I'm demonstrating, singing bowls, and rambling in a semi-coherent fashion. In any case, here is, and this is a newer bowl. This is bowl number, it's hard to read there. 27. Bowl number 27. It's $260. And you can see that it's very shiny, but that's because it's been polished. You can see that the hammer marks are fairly distinct. The walls are fairly thick. A little bit, no decoration on this one. I was going to say a little bit of decoration, but not on this one. And here is another new bowl. This is a full moon bowl, so called. Has a little bit of decoration on the inside there. Trying to get out of the light. Looks like it's probably a lotus. This is bowl number 730, and it's pretty thick and heavy, and so's the price. It's $430. It weighs over 2 kilograms. But it sounds absolutely delightful. I think that's the Om symbol inside that lotus. Could be wrong. Supposedly these bowls, I'll play it again. Supposedly these bowls, full moon bowls, are only made during the 2 days of the month when there's a full moon. I'm just trying to find, there it is, I guess that's, I don't know if that's supposed to be a full moon symbol, but they have this symbol on the side. And here we have it again for your listening pleasure, bowl number 730. Alright, here's another of the full moon bowls. It's bowl number 725, and it's a little cheaper, $375. Still a fairly expensive bowl, but and just because I haven't demoed one of these droning it yet, I think I should probably do at least one before the video is over. This is bowl number 725, and this is what it sounds like when you drone it. Most bowls you can get at least 2 tone. I'm going to see if I can get a second tone on this one. Oh, yes, even maybe a third. Not an image. See this rainbow thing hanging over my head. Alrighty. This bowl doesn't have a number on it. Should it be here? Okay. this bowl without a number. It's got an E written on the inside. It'd probably be in the $100, $150 range. And I lost track of what pitch we're at. I think we're somewhere around an A or a G. This is another antique bowl. I don't have enough time to demonstrate all the bowls. Oh, nice lens flare, huh? You should buy one of my bowls. Anyway, please forgive me. So, let's see. Here's a different sort of bowl. This is an antique bowl. It's very thin-walled, very thin, very smooth and flat on the bottom. Probably is very old. Bowls like this typically, it's bowl number 160, it's $140. Bowls like this typically have deeper tones, and they make a lot of overtones. But they're fragile, and they don't make as much volume of sound as do some of the other bowls. This will give you an idea of the genre, so to speak. Oh, you can really feel the vibrations on your fingertips. I have 3 people watching. Well, hello, hello, hello. Let's see if I can get a third tone. Almost, but I say, well, I lost 3 people, I gained 3 people, I lost 3 people. Bowl 160 for $140. Very old. It probably started off, you know, a thicker walled bowl, more like one of these, and then over the course of time, because these bowls are used for domestic purposes in their countries of origin, it got worn away to a nubbin. In any case, I'm going to demonstrate a few more bowls, and then I'm going to go do something else. Okay, so this is bowl 1074. It's roughly an F sharp. Oh gosh, that light's distracting. It's cool, but it's also distracting. Any case, so it says it's $210 here. It's, as I said, an older bowl. It's got a very flat, very worn underside, and it sounds like this. I should mention that I forgot to put in the description that I run a singing bowl business, called Kami Singing Bowls, K-A-M-I. It's accidentally the same word as the Japanese word for spirit. I wish that actually, I'm glad that I didn't do that intentionally. It seems more impressive that way, right? In any case, I'm just demonstrating a bowl here, but yeah. If you want to Google Kami Singing Bowls, you can do that. You should be able to find me fairly easily. I think I might have some stuff on it on my channel or something like that. But in any case, yes, I'm going to now demonstrate one of the big, thick, heavy, modern bowls, contemporary bowls. This is bowl number 369. Hello, hello, hello. And it has a very deep tone. probably made in India. It's a contemporary bowl, and it's $400. And it sounds like that. This is another of the contemporary bowls. This one's even actually a little heavier and a little more expensive. $450, bowl number 503, and it sounds like this. Just a little higher in pitch. Oh, wow, what a sound, huh? Just to demonstrate again the difference, like this bowl number here, which I think I demonstrated just a little earlier in the video, bowl number 210 has roughly the same pitch, but it's higher, but you can appreciate it just does not have the same amount of sound. Of course, it only costs half the price. So you get what you pay for. Okay, I'm almost at the end of my bowl demo here. This is a different sort of bowl than the others. This is called an Alta Bati. It's shaped a little bit like a cauldron. This is bowl number 353, and it is $320. That was bowl number 353. As I said, that's an Alta Bati, and I'll show you an example. This is an antique Alta Bati. It has the same sort of cauldron shape as did the other. Just a little bit of indentation here at the top. I've read, you see, they quite often have deep tones. Somebody told me they're used for brewing beer. This is actually, incidentally, bowl number 126. It's $175. It's a pretty old bowl because it's got thin walls. And lastly, presently the deepest sounding bowl in the shop, bowl number 395, and it's $440, and it's pretty heavy. It weighs over 2 kilograms, 2.46 kilograms, 2.5, so that's about 5 pounds. Anyway, here's what it sounds like. It's going to be delightful. here we are. Bowl number 395. It gets heavy after a while, and I'm pretty strong. Okay, and just because I got them here, so those were, as I mentioned, some of the deeper tone singing bowls in my shop. And actually, before I bang a few gongs, I'm just going to quickly bang a few of these. This is bowl 897, which actually I don't think I demonstrated. And this price list is probably somewhere in the 200-250 range. I'd figure I will bang one of these full moon bowls just so you can get an idea what they sound like when played with the mallet. Alrighty, so that's it for the bowls demo for now, and I'm just going to demonstrate a few gongs. Don't have as many gongs as I do have singing bowls, but I still have a dozen or two. So this is Gong G70. It's around $200, and this is what it sounds like. I'd like a smaller mallet. That worked pretty well. Oh wow. Hello. I'm just demonstrating a few gongs here. I'm getting a smaller mallet. Just because these aren't the biggest gongs in the world, I'm just going to give this one last. I think that's better. Gong G40. And this is a thinner walled and sort of counterintuitively perhaps deeper toned gong G5, which is $150. And here is another thicker rimmed gong G24, also for $150. Sometimes you shouldn't hit the gong too hard. Necessarily give you a nicer sound if you hit it harder. I still have to learn this. So these gongs come from India, I should mention, from a temple somewhere in India. I said to my supplier, you know, I'm kind of sad that these gongs aren't in their temples anymore. He said, well, you know, they get new ones and then they use them some years. So in any case, that's one way of looking at it. This is Gong G38. It's $225. It's also one of the thicker walled gongs, so you get a higher pitch out of it. 38. And lastly, though, there's 3 people watching, so I hate to stop when there's people watching. This is an example of a smaller singing bowl. I've been mostly demonstrating larger singing bowls during this video, and then, as you can tell, some gongs. Oh, I brought a few more that are right to hand. Oh, everybody stopped watching. Anyway, this bowl actually doesn't have a number on it, but it's around $60. This is what's called a cup Thado, and here it is. The number probably fell off. Getting stickers which stick to these things has proved a challenge. I just got, because I see that they're right here, 2 more of the thinner walled gongs to demonstrate. This is gong G18. It's $160, and it sounds like, let's not hit it too hard this time, right? That's nice. Each of these is different. That's nice. It's not 160, it's 300. I'm just kidding. It's a nice gong though. I like this. I'm not supposed to, it's sort of like with children, right? You're supposed to like all of them equally well. Get it before I say I'm not selling it. In any case, that's gong G18. It's $160. I think it's quite nice. And lastly, really, for sure, truly lastly, unless of course there's 4 people watching, and you know performers with an audience find it hard to stop sometimes. But they say it's better to go when they're saying already than to go and say, have them say at last. In any case, this is gong G26, and it is $150, and let's hear what it sounds like. All sorts of interesting things going on there. Well, thank you all for watching, and well, I'll post some more information in the video later on about the site you can go to, but once again, for anybody who's interested, you can check out my Facebook page, Cami Singing Bowls. It's nothing very fancy, I'm afraid. I've got a day job which doesn't leave me with as much time and energy to devote to my business and actually to creating fabulous websites. But if you want to find out more, I do have some videos and sound samples and things like that, and photographs wherein I ramble and stuff like that, just like in this one. So, once again, thank you all for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comments, or you can send me an email. Once again, the name of the business is Cami, K-A-M-I, as in the Japanese word for spirit. Cami Singing Bowls. Facebook.com, something like that. Or, yeah, you can mail me via. Yes, I live in an old house with old plumbing, and every time I want to try to end this video, more people start watching it, and I say, oh gosh, I got to demonstrate something else now, don't I? Well, here's something that a friend of mine tells me, no, don't show people that, don't show people that. In actuality, oh, now there's nobody watching, so I better take my opportunity and say thank you all for watching. Have a good night.